According to the Civil Defense Agency, officials say those killed were waiting near an aid distribution point, one of many that Gaza's tribal committee now warns are becoming deadly traps. The committee has urged Palestinians to stop gathering in border zones labeled as aid sites by Israel, calling them death traps that have already claimed hundreds of lives. In a statement, they called for safe and coordinated entry of humanitarian aid, stressing that protecting lives is a national duty. This comes just days after Israeli forces killed 65 more aid seekers in Khan Yunis. The Gaza death toll has now surpassed 55,400 since October, according to health authorities. Meanwhile, more than 50 Israeli hostages, both dead and alive, are still with Hamas. Martin Sa-Erez, international affairs expert, is joining us live from Quito in Ecuador. Martin, welcome to the broadcast. Do you believe that the conflict in Gaza is going to continue with as much aggression as we've seen in previous months, despite now Israel's focus also being the war in Iran?
Unfortunately, yes. I think the war will keep going. I don't think that this war in Gaza is going to end anytime soon. Israel is fighting several fronts at the same time, and we need to understand that the Gaza war is actually directly connected to the Iranian regime and the war against Iran. So I think, unfortunately, this war will keep going. Hamas has absolutely no intention in finishing this war, even though they're losing a lot of lives. Palestinian people are suffering. They're losing a lot of lives, and this can be directly stopped by Hamas surrendering, giving back the hostages, and a complete surrendering of their agenda and their terror group.
Yes, but those negotiations seem to have hit a dead end for now. Do you see them restarting in the next few days, or is that looking unlikely?
I think talks and negotiations will keep going, but the question is if Hamas is going to accept. I mean, every day, the Israeli delegation, with the help of the mediation of the US and other countries, are trying to get to a negotiation to get the hostages back. Israel is absolutely eager to take the Israeli hostages back, but every time it does, Hamas is rejecting it because Hamas is no longer, they have never been in a position that they're going to surrender their terror ideology. The war is against Hamas, not against the Palestinian people in Gaza, and they have no control of the politics that are being implemented in Gaza because Hamas controls it. So the only way that this war can be ending is by absolutely overcoming and finishing the job against Hamas, which is a terror organization.
Yes, Martin, also, as far as aid is concerned, now it is important to, of course, get aid out to the people in Gaza, but it's also important to keep them safe while that aid is being distributed. How is that going to happen, particularly after these latest reports?
So first of all, we need to start by saying that Hamas is not reliable. Hamas controls the Ministry of Health of Gaza. Every time they have been giving false statements, false numbers. It has been corroborated by the US intelligence that they have been lying a lot. It's absolutely unfortunate that a lot of people are dying, but we can no longer trust in their words. And again, what Israel is supposed to win by killing innocent civilians? The only thing that can happen is that it can harm Israel international relations and reputation around the world. So I think it's absolutely false, the fact that Hamas is saying that the Israeli army is killing innocent civilians. There has been a lot of examples of Hamas people shooting at innocent civilians in order to blame Israel and to win the mediatic war. The only war that Hamas is winning against Israel is the media and propaganda war that unfortunately has been successful in blaming Israel for all of the bad things that are going on in Gaza because of the terror group Hamas.